In the quiet town of Morrington, something sinister lurks in the shadows. Nestled in the heart of tranquility, Morrington is a picture of serenity. But beneath its peace-filled facade, a shroud of darkness unfolds. The silence of this town is occasionally broken by the hushed whispers of its inhabitants, who speak of recent happenings that have begun to taint their idyllic life. The unsettling rhythm of life in Morrington has been punctuated by a series of unexplained disappearances. Men, women, children, no one is spared from this enigma. As if these vanishing acts weren't disturbing enough, the eerie quiet of the night is often punctuated by strange noises, sending chills down the spines of those who dare to listen. Whispers in the wind, cries in the darkness, a melody of fear that plays in the stillness of the night. What could be the cause of these mysterious occurrences? Only time will tell. As the townsfolk began to investigate, they stumbled upon a chilling discovery. On the outskirts of the serene, unassuming town of Morrington, hidden among the thickets of an overgrown forest, stood a structure that seemed out of place. An old, abandoned mansion, its once grand facade now weathered and worn, loomed ominously over the town. Its silence echoed a history forgotten, a tale untold. The brave townspeople, driven by curiosity and a sense of duty, ventured towards this decaying edifice. As they trod the path towards it, the air grew colder, the silence more profound. The mansion seemed to watch them approach, its empty windows like vacant eyes, its towering structure casting a long dark shadow that seemed to reach out to them, chilling them to their very core. Stepping inside, they were greeted by a sight that was as fascinating as it was eerie. Time seemed to have stood still within these walls. The rooms, though layered with dust and cobwebs, bore the remnants of a life once lived. The grandeur of the mansion's past was reflected in the ornate furnishings, the faded portraits on the walls, the grand staircase that spiraled upwards into the unknown. In one room they found an old, weather-beaten diary. Its pages yellowed with age, its binding fragile. It seemed to hold a secret, a story waiting to be told. As they flipped through its pages, they found a horrifying tale penned down, a chilling account of fear and despair. It spoke of a former resident of the mansion, a tale steeped in darkness and mystery. It spoke of strange occurrences, of shadows in the night, of whispers in the wind. It spoke of a curse, a dark entity that seemed to haunt the mansion and all who dared to dwell within its walls. The diary spoke of a curse, a dark entity that haunted the mansion and anyone who dared to enter. This chilling discovery sent a wave of fear through the town's folk. What had they unearthed? What secrets did this mansion hold? The tale was far from over, and the chilling discovery was just the beginning. The curse, as it was written, was not just a tale. It was a living nightmare that the townsfolk were about to experience. The curse, inscribed in the dusty pages of the diary, began to take hold. Morrington, a town once known for its tranquility, was now overshadowed by a shroud of dread. The once friendly smiles of the townsfolk were replaced with fearful glances, their cheerful laughter swallowed by the silence of apprehension. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the curse began to unfurl its terrifying power. The wind howled through the narrow streets, carrying whispers of doom, while the moon, usually a beacon of calm, shone ominously over the town. The shadows seemed to dance with a life of their own, their eerie ballet casting a chill over the hearts of the onlookers. The curse didn't just bring fear, it brought change. The lush greenery that once graced Morrington started to wither. Flowers crumbled to dust, trees lost their leaves, and the once vibrant fields were now a barren wasteland. The river that flowed through the heart of the town ran dry, its once sparkling surface now a desolate bed of cracked mud. The animals too felt the curse. Birds no longer sang their morning songs, their cheerful tunes replaced by an eerie silence. The livestock grew thin and weak, their once lively eyes filled with a distant fear. Even the insects seemed to have deserted the town, their usual nighttime chorus eerily absent. Panic swept through the town like a wildfire. The once bustling marketplace was now deserted, the laughter and chatter replaced by an oppressive silence. Doors were locked, windows shuttered, and the once welcoming homes were now fortresses against the unseen terror. The nights were the worst. Strange noises echoed through the empty streets, the sound of unseen creatures lurking in the darkness. Every creak, every rustle of leaves, every shadow cast by the moonlight was a reminder of the curse that had befallen them. With every passing night, the terror grew. The once peaceful town of Morrington was now a place of nightmares. In the face of such horror, the townsfolk decided to fight back. With a newfound grit, they rallied, clutching their torches, their hearts pounding in their chests. Their once tranquil town had become a playground for a dark entity, and they were determined to reclaim it. The air was thick with anticipation as they ventured into the very heart of the terror that had gripped Morrington. Their courage was tested at every turn. Shadows danced and snarled, their grotesque forms taunting the brave souls. But they pressed on, their resolve unwavering. The confrontation with the dark entity was inevitable, a dreadful climax that would decide the fate of their beloved town. The encounter was harrowing. The entity, an embodiment of pure evil, fought with a ferocity that challenged their courage. But the townsfolk held their ground, their fate hanging precariously in the balance. It was a night of terror and bravery, a night Morrington would never forget. When dawn broke, the town of Morrington was forever changed. The once tranquil and peaceful town was now a stark contrast of its former self, bearing the scars of the terror that unfolded the night before. The old abandoned mansion, once a symbol of mystery, now stood as a chilling reminder of the haunting curse. The townsfolk, though shaken, found a new resilience. They had faced the unknown, the unimaginable, and had emerged scarred but unbroken. The once bustling marketplace was now filled with hushed whispers and shared glances, the echoes of the night's horrifying events lingering in their minds. Children no longer played in the open fields. Instead, they clung to their parents, their innocence replaced with a premature understanding of fear. Yet, despite the palpable change, life went on. The town of Morrington, though forever marked, survived. In the end, Morrington survived, but the memory of that horrifying night would forever linger in the town's history.